Most people have heard of the Serengeti and the Great Barrier Reef. Hopefully in the future, the same will apply to the African Kelp Forest. Sea Change is a book that was launched recently by Craig Foster and Ross Frylinck and is the first stage in getting the African Kelp Forest, that's home to over 14,000 documented species, on the map as one of the great natural wonders of the world. Foster is one of the world's leading natural history filmmakers and has been diving without a wetsuit in the kelp forest for the last 8 years, with BBC Blue Planet 2 documenting his amazing relationship with an octopus that became his biggest teacher.
Come winter or summer, rain or sunshine, Foster has been diving in the kelp forest every day without a wetsuit or scuba equipment for the last 8 years. The African kelp forest stretches from almost northern Namibia all the way to the Cape Coast. Foster spent years tracking and hunting with the sand bushmen of the central Kalahari and has found a way to track the animals underwater.
We just had this incredible passion for diving in the kelp forest for 8 years now, every day. And the book is really a representation of that passion, and to show, you know, on the doorstep of this incredible city, they've got this wilderness that we desperately need to look after and conserve.
Sea Change and the Sea Change Trust have a number of initiatives lined up, which include the book, a series of exhibitions, field courses, an ongoing outreach campaign, and a feature documentary entitled My Octopus Teacher.
I've been fortunate enough to be able to get in the water every day for 8 years and form these bonds with a lot of these different animals. Especially I had an octopus that I formed this very close bond with, and this animal became my teacher. And I learned so much from this animal, and in fact many new scientific discoveries through understanding that creature. And you know, they only live for 1.5 years, so I went through its whole life cycle and even witnessed its death, which was a very difficult process for me. So we worked for 1.5 years on Blue Planet 2, and it was very exciting to get that kelp forest shark octopus sequence in there. It was one of the highlights of the whole series. So that was the first step in this process of getting this kelp forest known. Now we've got this book that I've done with the amazing team, and we've got a film coming out, other projects. So it's slowly growing that name of this extraordinary place that we have right here that so many people know nothing about.
The supreme teachers of tracking underwater have been the animals themselves: the octopus, the clingfish, the helmet shell, the urchin, the cuttlefish, the otter, and the pajama shark. Besides the lack of awareness of this amazing African kelp forest, threats abound. While only 0.4% of South Africa's oceans is protected, with almost 98% of the ocean territory surrounding the coast earmarked for mining.
We desperately need support from the government. We've only got 0.4% of this ocean protected, and we need marine protected areas in a much larger percentage of this ocean. And we desperately need government and the people to help in that process.
Foster has discovered at least 7 new species and over 40 new animal behaviors through his tracking methods, including a shrimp that has been named after him, Heteromyces fosteri.
What we're trying to do, if you say kelp forest, nobody really knows that word. But we're trying to put this extraordinary ecosystem on the world map. So if you say Serengeti, if you say the Great Barrier Reef, if you say the Amazon, if you say the Great African Kelp Forest, we want that name to be known so that we can use that iconic status to protect it.
Pioneering, groundbreaking and mind-blowing. And it's right here on our doorstep. Government has a huge role to play, so too does the public, to create awareness and to cherish and nourish this gem for generations to come. Craig Murray, SABC News, Cape Town.